This is Watcher 2 to Cipher 9. Verify that you're receiving and prepare for takeoff. We've located the Eagle.
It's about time. We've been waiting for this.
We knew the Eagle had abandoned his old base, but until you neutralized that last cell, we didn't know the details. Now we do. The Eagle is on Hutter. Get there as soon as you can.
You must be getting pretty desperate.
I've no doubt he is. I have to go now, Cipher, but I'll brief you on site. Watcher 2 out. Signal received. Transmission secure. All right, Cipher. Looks like this is the real thing. Ready to invade the Eagle's nest?
I didn't come to drink tea with my Hutt friends.
I'll cancel the invitation to Nemro. The Eagle and his men are holed up in an old refinery beneath the river. Sending coordinates now. You'll lead the forward assault, but military reinforcements will surround the base and follow you in. Primary objective is to capture or eliminate the Eagle himself.
I don't need soldiers slowing me down.
Agreed. They'll wait on your insertion before proceeding. Your secondary objective is the Eradicators. The terrorists have begun launching their biomechanical weapons over Imperial worlds. Once the devices are ready, the terrorists can fire on cities and military bases from orbit.
It never should have come to this.
We were too busy defending against Republic superweapons to look for threats from within. When you're in that base, don't let anyone escape. Don't let the Eagle murder again. Watcher 2 out.
Sir, we're cut off. Thurston and Gerald tried to get out, but the Imperials are all over the swamps.
They would be. Damnation. I promised Gerald she'd die with the detonator in one hand and a glass of brandy in the other. Seems she's made a liar of me.
I'm sorry, sir.
Don't be. You were everything I could have hoped for. Now carve us a path out. I'll follow soon. All right, I see you. The least I could do was send the boy off with hope. But have you seen the strength of the revolution? Cells on Nar Shaddaa, Tholet and Molvar, Alderaan, Balmorra. It's an inspiration, no matter how it ends.
Are you the Eagle?
The Eagle is a symbol. I'm just a man. Tell me something. How much of my story has the Empire uncovered? What have your methods found?
No one cared about you before you killed Darth Jadus. I don't think there was much to learn.
Then listen. I'll tell you about the birth of the Eagle. I was a starfighter pilot. I flew in the battles of Coruscant and Druckenwell. Those were romantic days. Then, I began to lose squad mates. Some fell to Republic troopers. Imperial intelligence erased others. I wondered, was my empire worth it?
Does your story have a point, or are you just stalling?
To hear the tale, you take the risk, because you'll never have another chance. I realized that the Empire destroys people. Our once great society runs on human fuel and serves no purpose beyond ego. I decided to fight for a return to the old Empire. The Empire isolated on Drummond Cass for 1,000 years. I thought I could succeed.
You really think things were better before we showed ourselves to the Republic?
During our dark millennium, we reached our civilization's zenith. Modern ambition has corrupted us. I recruited allies who felt as I did, but we were so few. Then, I was approached by a patron, someone who gave me a list of other revolutionaries, other revolutions across the galaxy.
This grand terror network, it wasn't your idea?
My patron was the spark. I am the flame. I sought my counterparts on many planets. They hated for different reasons, but we all shared a vision of the Empire's defeat. I gave up my name to lead them. I was no longer an ex-starfighter pilot. I was the Eagle. I was what the Revolution needed.
You think you're special? You're just a murderer.
Many would say the same of you. Even in death, I'll have my victory. 6 dozen Eradicator devices are already in place. They'll wait to receive orders, at first, but eventually without commands, they'll run rampant, fire blindly at cities from orbit.
The Eradicators are worthless. Without you, the threat ends.
You're not enough of a fool to believe that. Uncontrolled, the Eradicators won't hit our targets, but chaos and death still send a message. Now, I believe my forces have had time to regroup. May whoever survives see a glorious future for the Empire. Damnation. Even surrounded, even seeing you, I didn't think it would happen like this. But as I said, it makes no difference. The Eradicators will run rampant, the Empire will burn, and you have been betrayed.
You lost, Eagle. Nothing can save you now.
My patron, the one who showed me how to unite the cells, proposed the Eradicators, is one of your own people. A traitor in your empire has been helping us all along. Your civilization is so corrupt that it's destroying itself.
Shut up and die.
All clear. The building is secure.
Cypher 9. Good to see you again, sir. I don't know if you remember. I'm Watcher 3. We met on Drummond Cass. Keeper sent me with your reinforcements.
So long as you're not incompetent.
My orders are to check the Eagle's computers. See if I can retrieve any data. I'll also check out that device there. I think it's an Eradicator.
You do that. I need to clean terrorist bits off me.
Ah, right. Of course. Cypher, I've got some preliminary findings. It's not good news. I overheard what the Eagle said. Looks like he was telling the truth. If no one gives the Eradicators new orders, they'll go mad. Fire randomly.
Who thought that was a good failsafe?
It's part of their organic nature. Not really a choice, I don't think. Here's the good part. I figured out their control mechanism. Transmit the proper codes, and you can set the device's targets, disable them, anything. The Eagle stored half the control codes on his computers. Someone else must have the second half.
You're good with computers. Fake the damn codes.
I'm really sorry, sir, but I don't think I can. I'll do my best. You should head to Drummond Cass. I don't think there's anything more you can do here, and Keeper wants you back at headquarters.
Cypher 9, come inside. This should be a triumphant moment. It's a tremendous achievement bringing down the Eagle. But the crisis has only escalated. The Eradicators could begin firing at any moment.
The Eagle's dead. He was my assignment.
Your assignment is whatever I choose. Watcher 2, your report.
The Moths have placed local forces on alert, and a search for the Eradicators is underway. Unfortunately, trends suggest we can only find one device every 5 hours. It'll be weeks before we destroy them all.
Disappointing, but not a surprise. Damage projections?
Estimates are 10 to 50 million deaths on each planet targeted. 40% military, 60% civilian.
Not bad odds for survival, all things considered.
Better than the odds of a Cypher reaching retirement age.
Enough. Snipe at each other on your own time.
Sorry, sir. In order to deactivate the Eradicators en masse, we need the control codes. Half the codes were on the Eagle's computers. We can only surmise that the other half are with the Eagle's patron.
Yes, the patron. A man whom the Eagle claims is inside the Empire.
Doesn't sound very plausible.
I have my doubt that this patron is really a highly placed Imperial. It seems unlikely such a person could escape our scrutiny. Nonetheless, we can't ignore the possibility of a traitor. That's why we're meeting privately. Only the people in this room know the full situation.
You sent Watcher 3 to Hutter. He knows too.
An oversight. Watcher 3 has been instructed not to speak to anyone. Finish the report, Watcher 2.
The Eagle had been sending periodic transmissions to someone in the Artus system. Artus is uninhabited, devoid of resources and off the major hyperlanes. Our patron could certainly hide there.
I want you to lead a mission to Artus. You're to find the Eagle's patron and obtain his half of the control codes. Watcher 2 will rendezvous with you there. She knows more about the Eradicators than anyone.
I'd rather do this alone, sir.
It's not up for debate. I want her with you.
I won't be in your way. I'll monitor the mission, same as always.
Your ships will be outfitted with cloaking devices. They'll only last one jump, but they'll get you into Artus unnoticed. After that, infiltrate whatever base the Patron is using. Recover the Eradicator control codes and stop the threat. Watcher 2, you're dismissed.
If you want to talk before the mission, I'll be at my station.
There is one more thing. Darth Sorid heard you were returning to Drummond Cass. She wants to speak to you.
We're getting pretty close, Jorid and me.
I'm sure you are. When you're through, head to the Artist system. This is our only chance, Cypher. Fail, and we all pay a grievous cost.
Cypher, I'm glad you stopped by. I've been going over the mission parameters, studying the Eradicator control codes, scans of the Artist system. We're facing a mystery, and I hate mysteries.
I don't need to hear your complaints.
Apologies, I spoke out of turn. In any case, you should get ready. The Eradicators won't wait for either of us.
You don't need to explain the obvious.
Of course, Cypher. Once you take off for the Artist system, I'll be on your tail. We'll meet out there.
Physical trauma includes electrical burns, lacerations, and retinal damage. Transfer to a Colto tank for long-term recovery is strongly recommended.
You suggest a Dark Council member hide in a vat? For healing?
I am programmed to dispense medical advice based on all relevant factors.
Get out! Have yourself disassembled, made into a probe and sent to the most desolate place in the Empire! Look, Agent, they hurt me, and then they laughed. How could they?
Maybe someone felt you needed humbling.
I'm a Dark Lord of the Sith. I'm not meant to be humble. I'm meant to humble the world. I thought I was ready. I called the Council to assembly. I demanded the Lords give me the respect I was due. Some were angry, mocked me. They tormented me and warned me not to overstep my bounds again.
You'll get revenge on them, surely.
Oh, Age, you don't understand. It's all Jadis's fault. He was my master, but he never taught me what I needed to know. Now he's dead, and I'm not ready for his council seat.
If you're not fit for the responsibility, you should abdicate.
All my enemies would strike at me then, and all Jadis's too. I know what's happening in Imperial intelligence. I know you're going on a mission, and that the Eagle wasn't the man you thought. Swear that you'll find whoever really killed my father. Swear that the man responsible will pay for forcing me into this wretched life.
I swear I will make him pay.
Yes. You will exact my revenge, and the world will be made right. I have gifts for you, Agent. Take them with my blessing and leave me to salt my wounds. And to gain strength from my hatred.
Nice place. The Eagle's partner travels in style.
Cypher, there's no one to welcome us. Seems our cloaking devices worked.
Don't get overconfident, this could be a trap.
I'm aware of that possibility. This starship is a modified Imperial Dreadnought, maximum crew complement of 5,000. It's also jamming long-range communications, so I can't check its registration or call for reinforcements.
You're off to a fine start.
I could do without the sarcasm. Nonetheless, top priority is finding the Eradicator command codes before the weapons initiate a random firing pattern. This data spike contains our half of the codes. Once you obtain the other half, you should be able to control the Eradicators from any computer.
Let's hope the codes are really here.
We know this place is important. An Imperial Dreadnought isn't hiding in deep space for nothing. I do have one other thing for you. A comlink implant. So long as you're wearing it, I can monitor your situation and speak to you privately.
Keep chatter to a minimum, understand?
I'll maintain silence unless there's an emergency. While you search the interior, I'll try to slice the security systems. We're counting on you. Put put an end to this.
It's a grand social experiment. There's probably 100 of us from across the Empire, all saved from the fire. Who knows how or why. For the most part, we're left to ourselves, squabbling and fighting, left to fear our own shadows. But we know the Master's out there, and I'm convinced there's a plan at work. Somebody wants to change us. Someone wants to control us.
It's been... I don't know how long it's been. I lose count of the days during the blackouts. The ones furthest along. They say our terror transforms us into the Master's image. Well, I'll tell the Master what's really happening. We're learning to fight back. Do you hear me, Master? We'll kill you for this. We'll kill you.
I was so happy when I got the invitation. Everything was going to change for me. Leave home for a year. Why has the Master picked me to survive when hundreds died? And now the rest of us, one by one. My mother was a slave, but I wasn't, because my father was an officer. I don't want to end up like her. Oh, please, please, someone rescue us.
You feel that prickling? Like maggots.
So, you've arrived at last.
Cypher, I know that voice.
I expected too little of you. You served me well on Hutter and on Dromund Kaas. I should have known you would serve me again.
I thought you died aboard the Dominator.
No. This is what remains of the Dominator and its passengers. This is the world as I have remade it.
Okay, you're going down right now.
Your follower believes she has been betrayed. She is contemptible and beneath me.
Creepy scumbag. You are so dead.
Accept the gift of your life, Agent, and we will discuss terror, the Empire, and the Sith.
You want to talk after what you did to Kaliyo?
The creature will live, but my tolerance has limits.
Don't, Cypher. You know what he's capable of.
I'm trying to analyze the situation, but it'll take time, and if he has the command codes...
It was my desire that the Eagle unite the terror cells. It was my desire that my flagship be destroyed. I required a weapon that the Dark Council would overlook. The terrorists became my unknowing servants and carried out my plan.
What does the Dark Council have to do with this?
Everything. A member of the Council is forced to politic, to struggle against his rivals. The waste is unimaginable. With my false death, I escaped the eyes of the Dark Council and of Imperial intelligence. After the Dominator, I came here, bringing with me those passengers worthy of elevation. I maneuvered my pieces into place.
I'm not one of your game pieces, Lord Jadis.
You were once, until I allowed you independence.
Keep him talking. Damn it. We can't fight him on our own. His power is second to the Emperor's.
I accomplished two things during my absence. First was the diminution of the Dark Council. Upon my death, my former enemies began warring amongst themselves, vying to claim my resources. Darth Jored's arrival escalated the chaos. My daughter is doomed, but she is an adequate distraction.
I can't call for reinforcements so long as that jamming field is active. But he'll annihilate anything less than an army.
No one's invincible. A bolt to the brain?
You've never fought a true Sith Lord or a Jedi Master. They're not like us, they're not human. You can't win this with a blaster.
Throwing the Sith into disorder was only the start. The rest of the Empire had to be prepared as well. That was the Eagle's purpose, to sow fright and hatred. All this while, my Eradicators were growing. Now they are ready, and my victory is close at hand.
You're as crazy as your daughter.
You fail to understand. The Eradicators will destroy the strongholds and apprentices of my enemies on the Council. So too will the Eradicators terrorize the Empire. Then I will return to the Council and lead the Empire into a new age, an epoch of terror.
The Emperor won't let you get that far.
The Emperor is distracted. I could resculpt the Dark Temple into a monument to my glory, and he would fail to object. Perhaps I shall do exactly that.
I see where this is going. He needs the Eradicators to make this work, but you have half the command codes.
Under my rule, all people will revel in fear and degradation. These prizes will no longer be hoarded by Sith. But without both halves of the Eradicator codes, my weapons cannot be targeted. They will merely cause chaos.
It sounds like you're in trouble.
Perhaps. But your position is more tenuous. I know you have the second set of codes. Without orders, the Eradicators will fire blindly. This serves neither of us. Enter your codes into the ship so the Eradicators can target my enemies. You will be rewarded. You will be my herald.
Tell me about these rewards.
Authority, wealth, a place in my vision. The respect intelligence has denied you.
What does that mean?
Blood purity is a notion whose time has passed. Consider an empire where there is no limit to what an alien might become.
Your reasoning is persuasive, my lord.
There is no other way. If you refuse, you will die at my hand. The Eradicators will still reap untold destruction. Your sacrifice would mean nothing. I can be merciful. Take the time to consider your choice. Then we can begin the true work.
You haven't thought this through. Kill me, and I take the codes with me.
A bold sentiment, but not a wise one. With your death, neither of us achieves our desire, and only I will be in a position to form a new plan.
You're wrong, Jadis. You won't be in a position to do anything.
Cypher, what are you doing?
Tell me, Agent, what possible advantage could you have over me? You're in my sanctuary, and my power is infinite.
I'm better looking than you'll ever be.
Enough. My time will not be wasted. Consider my offer.
All right, stay focused and don't look at Jadis. How are you holding up? Can we put together a plan?
You think there's a way out of this mess?
There has to be. Unless you intend to join him. We need to re-examine our priorities. We came here to stop the Eradicators, but we weren't prepared for reality. Our plan now has to focus on neutralizing Darth Jadis. Everything else is peripheral.
I'm aware that Jadis is a threat. That is not useful information.
Fine. Then I'll be frank. People are going to die. You can deactivate the Eradicators right now. Just combine the codes in the bridge computers. But to keep Jadis from reactivating them, you'd have to blow up the ship's reactor. It's a suicide run, and chances are Jadis will escape.
I've survived suicide runs before.
It's not that simple. If Darth Jadis escapes, he'll come back. Not next year, maybe, but eventually. There's another way. A way to stop him from hurting anyone again. We can lure him into a trap by earning his confidence. Give him the codes to the Eradicators, and let him launch his attack.
There better be more to this plan.
Damn it, of course there is. Once the Eradicators start their bombardment, you slip off the bridge and take the ship apart. You sabotage the jamming field, hyperdrive, and shields. Then I can call in reinforcements. The military, the Dark Council, forcing Jadis to surrender. The Eradicators are deactivated as soon as feasible.
Is it really better than blowing up the ship?
It's cleaner, more precise, more thorough. Let's be clear. If we give Jadis the command codes, then yes, he'll murder thousands before we stop him. But the human cost is acceptable. The only alternative is to let Jadis escape and do worse down the line.
You're assuming I want to stop his plan, but maybe I agree.
You're not serious. Whatever he has planned for the Empire, it can't be beneficial.
Learn to take a joke, Watcher 2.
You're a piece of work. If you disable the Eradicators here and now, I'll help you. We'll destroy this ship, save a lot of people, in the short term. But my advice is this. Use the codes to let Jadis launch his attack. Sacrifice lives and seize this chance. We can end his threat forever.
wise decision, Agent. Our new age begins. Across the Empire, the Eradicators will burn cities and destroy the prizes of my enemies.
All right, Cypher. Jadis is distracted. Make your excuses so you can get off the bridge and sabotage the ship.
Watcher 2 is in the hangar. She should be dealt with.
I see. I applaud you for your loyalty to me.
You'll regret this, Agent, I swear.
What was that? Fine, sell her out. But to Jadis?
My guardians will take her alive if possible. She may prove useful. But affairs are moving quickly, and we must ensure no other surprises await us.
Sounds like you've got a job for me.
The Eradicator's purge will ready the Empire for my coming. But there is one death you must see to personally. Go to Dromund Kaas and kill Darth Jorid. Her seat on the council belongs to me.
Surely you could kill her yourself.
I must prepare to approach the Dark Council, and she cannot be allowed to interfere. When Jorid's blood cools, contact me from her chambers. Then I will return home.
You! What have you done? Whole cities are being torched by the Eagle's weapons. The Dark Council is in a rage. You were supposed to stop the attack.
Darth Jadis changed my mind.
That's impossible. My father was a part of this. You're lying. Darth Jadis is dead. He died because of the Eagle and the Dark Council and everyone.
Let me put you out of your misery.
You think you can defeat me? I still have enough power to stop you.
Speak. Is Darth Jorid dead?
Can't you feel it in the Force?
The Force creates bonds through emotion. Her life meant nothing to me. With Jorid gone, I may return. The Eradicators will continue their bombardment, and the Dark Council will kneel. In the years to come, the Empire will be remade in my image, and Imperial intelligence will bring our enemies under control.
What about my reward?
You have proven your loyalty and your strength, and I name you my hand, my personal agent in this new age. As the Hand of Jadis, you will continue to serve intelligence, but you serve me before all others, as will all creatures in time.
You've got ambition, Lord Jadis. I'll give you that.
Await my coming and spread word of the changing order. Spread word of a new beginning for the Empire.